The American dream represents the values of hard work and the desire people have to better their lives and those of their family despite the obstacles and challenges. It's this kind of growth mindset that people who are searching for the American dream have. It is what makes those who live and migrate to America an American, and it's this identity of rising through challenges that give the United States such a unique identity that can encompass many groups of people. But what is it that has attracted so many to the United States? Ask many immigrants to the United States, and a common answer is to provide a better life for themselves and for many of their families as well. This idea is known to many as the American dream. Though in recent times, many have questioned the attainability of the American dream, and it is debated whether it still exists for Americans and immigrants alike.
In areas of the United States, if you look at very urban areas of the United States, there's certain demographics that are in those areas that don't have access to as strong of education, and also don't have the money to go on to colleges unless somehow they qualify for some sort of scholarship.
All right.
I'd say citizenship, like migrants can only do a certain amount of jobs and labor, and the amount of money you bring in. Just if you're poor, like I said earlier, you might not be able to afford a good education or transportation and things like that.
I think the American dream is frustrating for me because, again, I see so many students who just don't feel that the American dream applies to them. So it makes me disappointed sometimes in the country that we are, and that we are not who we say we are, that there's a lot of duplicity in we believe in the American dream, but only for some, and that is frustrating to me as an American. But at the same time, I spent last year living in Argentina, and I knew I couldn't stay in Argentina long term because
there are many different views about the American dream among politicians, authors, and people in popular media.
Imagine for 1 minute that you are an immigrant to this country. You came here the right way. You followed all the rules, and after years of anticipation, after improving your English, passing your citizenship test, declaring your allegiance to the United States, and renouncing your allegiance to foreign powers, finally, you are naturalized as an American citizen. In that moment, you undergo a change. You have known many leaders in the past, but in that moment, George Washington is your founding father.
Locally at our high school, there are many different views about the American dream among both teachers and students based off their own experiences and their lives.
American dream is opportunity, and growing up in this valley, I've had a lot of opportunities that other people don't have, and I think that's what an American value is embracing opportunity and recognizing that through hard work more opportunities present themselves. And I really think that if you work hard and you make the right decisions and you continue to try to better yourself, not only as a worker but as a human being, you're going to catch breaks. And sometimes people say those breaks are lucky, but I disagree, because I think that luck and opportunity are synonymous a lot of the time, and working for opportunity is an important piece of that.
The idea of the American dream is very conflicted in recent times, and whether it is attainable or not is going to depend on who you ask. Though the values that the idea of the American dream was built on might contain the answers for what it means to be an American.
I knew that this was my country and this is the place I need to affect change, not somewhere else. So at the same time, it gives me more passion to be a good American instead of one that I personally don't agree with or think is not a good American.
I think people can attain the American dream by working hard, having an education, and I think those are like the two biggest things that you need.
The American dream is a huge part of what makes an American an American.
Anybody sitting here saying, oh man, God, if I could just go get hit by a bus today, if I could go out there and get hit by a bus, that would be great. It's like, no, we all want a happy ending. And I just felt like the poor, tired, and huddled masses came here in hopes of their Hollywood ending. That idea that there was something to hope for. There was a possibility. You were moving from a situation where you felt like you had no possibilities into possibility.
Even though the American dream may not be perfect and for some not even attainable, as seen by previous amendments in the Constitution like the 14th, 15th, and 19th Amendments that helped create greater opportunity and equality for disadvantaged groups, that change is possible, and using the ideals of the American dream, we might just be able to create a better and more inclusive American dream.